Traders, good morning and welcome to this live trading webinar today. For those who join us for first time, my name is Theo and I usually host these webinars. So let's get started. Our disclaimer: everyone should understand that this content is for general information only and it's not intended to provide trading or investment advice or personal recommendations. Let's start with the premium analytics today. And let's see what's on today's top headlines. Short sellers feel the pain in stock markets 2023 rally. Fed set to deliver quarter-point rate hike along with one last hawkish string in the tail. Startup valuation resets to kick-start stalling M&A. UK Prime Minister fires top official over tax probe. Israel strikes Iran aim international push to contain Tehran. Russia tightens grip around Bakhmut as Ukraine awaits Western tanks. Some Western backers of Ukraine worry that time might be on Russia's side. Amazon raises price minimum for free online grocery delivery. Breakup of Google's ad business would reshape 500 billion sector. Virtual Birkin bags on trial in Hermes case testing IP rights, and Gucci names Sabato de Sarno as new creative chief. These are the major news events for now. As per today's top headlines, as per the Dow Jones, the calendar, major news events for the day, all the way from Germany. They have the tendency to touch on the euro. So GDP growth rate for the quarter and for the year. So expectancy is to see a lower reading number than previously for the quarter on the GDP growth, and compared to previous year, expectancy is to see the same number. But usually the markets, they tend to react more on the recent information. Therefore, we expect to see some weakness in the euro if this will happen. So far, the euro has some strength. Maybe it's the transition from the Tokyo session to the EU Open. We're going to see on the charts, and the euro, it's just gaining some momentum. But maybe with the London Open in a while, we can see some falling of the euro. We will have a look. As I said so many times, traders, we don't have a crystal ball. We don't know what it's going to happen. We just know what can we expect based on this information. Now, if what do we expect, it's not going to happen, it doesn't mean that there is something wrong on our way of thinking. It's just what it is in trading, right? Sometimes we get it right, sometimes we don't. That's trading. Let's start with the pound US dollar. We are right at this consolidation. We didn't see the sellers come aggressively at this area of resistance. Although a trend needs some time of consolidation before either it reverses or it continue after it approach an important level, in this particular case, a level of resistance. So either we're going to see the sellers take over and push the price lower, or we're going to see the buyers gaining, continuing the momentum and push the price higher. But for today, so many indecision here. The only valid reason to initiate a trade here is to sell from the resistance and not to buy the resistance. Okay, most of the times the price reacts to the opposite side when it approaches a resistor after moving upwards. But saying that, we don't have any confirmation that sellers might be there. The euro against the US dollar, we see some weakness yesterday, lower highs, on Friday, not yesterday, lower highs and lower lows. Although what I can see here is that the market created a new high, and that's what I don't like. I would prefer to see equal highs and then to see the sellers coming, because with this one here, now we have to expect either a non-failure swing, like a continuation of these sellers bars, or the way to penetrate the previous swing, and then we're going to be in a confirmed lower low. So we will wait for a pullback and then we can sell it. And for now, that's the only scenario. Now, for intraday traders, because you ask me, many people ask a lot about, okay, I see this scenario. How do I trade the 15-minute chart or the 5-minute chart? If you go on the 15-minute chart, you're going to see a series of lower highs and lower lows, because the price here, at least for this period, for the last 2 days, the price on the lower time frame is behaving with lower highs and lower lows. When we want to take these trades, we understand that we trade based on the price action of the previous day, but also we have to understand that we trade against the prevailing trend, against the momentum, against the traders that are waiting the price to come at an advantage area for them to buy. Okay, so we have to keep that in mind. Maybe buyers won't appear here, somewhere here, that it's on a buying area, support. Maybe they won't. But because we don't know that, and because we are in a counter trend trade, we have to either reduce our risk or be patient. There are so many different assets to trade, currency pairs, indices. So the question here, good day, Theo. Would it be a good idea to sell USD Canadian dollar from 0.33431 resistance, 1.33431 resistance? Okay, we will have a look in a while. USD CHF. To me, it looks like this round bottom. You can see the price, it's making those roundish shapes, and maybe it's going to come to up. It's going to come somewhere to this resistance. It's going to break, reverse, and then we're going to have a new higher high, or for this pattern here, it's the cup and handle. For some traders, it's a reverse pattern, and we do expect continuation out of that. But really, for now, it's for me, it's nothing to do here, traders. So I just move on. Next, Aussie against the US dollar. Remember, on Friday, I spoke about the trade we initiate somewhere here. So I'm still in the trade. My stop based on the ATR, it's waved higher. So I'm expected for more weakness here. Did anyone else took this trade on the Australian dollar against the US dollar? New Zealand against the US dollar, still on this resistance. And if you want to know more about why we take the trade, guys, it's the recording webinar we've done on Friday. So please refer to that. New Zealand against the dollar, it's nothing, although it's not, it doesn't scream for sale, but it doesn't say buy. Okay. USD against the Canadian dollar, 1.3343, somewhere here. Okay, from the current price. Now, if you're gonna, that's actually a very good question. If we can buy, if we can sell this as it is. Let's put the oscillator here, the average true range, the ATR, and let's make our homework, for example. Now, the average true range is at 75 pips. So what does this mean for traders? 75 pips, it's the average move of this currency pair. If we're going to enter here, 75 pips are somewhere here. All right, so this market can potentially, really can potentially come all the way here to make the new swing, can come all the way here and then start selling off. Now, we don't know that, but as we understand, this area here has to be protected. If we're going to enter here short and we're going to sell here, if we're going to put our stop loss above there, that is about 90, let's say 90 pips. Our profit target, 90 pips, it's below the 200 moving average support. So 1-to-1 potentially can be made right here at the support. 2-to-1, that it's the minimum favorable reward to risk. It's at 180 pips and it's well below the support. Do we want to sell? Do we want to keep selling right on the support with the potential of a breakout from that support? It's better to look for the contrary on these levels. It's better to look to buy the support, not sell the support. So I believe it's a good way to take a trade to the downside. Yes, I do believe that. But based on risk management and money management concept, ideally, it's not the right timing for this one. What can you guys do if you really have so many valid reasons that this pair will move lower? You can go to lower time frames, like the 4-hour chart, and you can see where is the expectancy of this retracement. And based on the 4-hour chart, this retracement, it looks like if we're going to reject this line here, maybe for some short positions and short term, yes, we can take it a trade to the downside. But if we're going to break above here, most likely we will come to retest this trend line and 50 moving average resistant. So when you want to take a trade on a particular pair, but the risk reward is not in your favor, you can move to a lower time frame, find your lower highs, lower lows, and definitely take your trades from there. USD against the Japanese yen. We mentioned this area of resistance here, but also we said that this trend line resistance and this horizontal resistance can well stop the move to the upside. And it looks like we achieve it here. All right, so we do have this area of resistance. And based on our strategy, we have resistance, trend line, resistance, horizontal resistance. Let's check the fib retracement. Fib retracement came all the way to 50% and rejected. From that point, if we take this one here, it came to 61.8%. This is an inside candle. We created a new low. So if we enter here, our stop, let's use the ATR. The ATR shows 170. 1.76. 170 pips. All right, so if we enter here, our stop will go a little bit above this area of resistance. 340. We don't take 340 until the support. But guys, I will keep an eye on that on the lower time frames, maybe on the 4-hour chart, to play this bearish engulfing for a very short speculation here. Because if I enter here and I put my stop loss there aggressively, I can get more than 2-to-1 by the time the price will come all the way down. So I will keep an eye on that. All right, I'm very, very interested about this pair, even on the 5-minute chart. Okay, so USD JPY. I don't want to take it on a daily chart, but I will definitely look for something on the 5-minute chart or even on the 1-minute chart. Depends on the, if I see those lower highs, lower lows, I'll keep an eye on that. So if you are doing intraday, we are at an area of resistance with some confirmation on the daily. So USD JPY, it's a good one. Australian dollar against the Japanese yen. What I don't like here is the fact that we did make this lower high and higher high and higher low. We came from this double bottom, then we make a new high. The market tried to sell off a little bit, and we create this higher high here, and now we are pushing back to retest some area of maybe support down there, or to retest this trend line, this broken trend line actually. So let's extend it a little bit. So there are two potential areas. It's like here. So somewhere here, I do expect this market to come. Okay, let's change a little bit the colors because we don't want to get confused. Okay. So Japanese yen looks strong, and we can take advantage of that on the intraday basis. So you see, guys, today we had some doubts about the USD pairs, but when we analyze the Japanese yen pairs, we see that all of them, they show some strength. The Japanese show some strength, so their pairs will move downwards against the Japanese yen. CHF also good. Canadian dollar this resistance against the Japanese yen. So they are good. I like them. The gold, it's making higher highs. It's in the middle of nowhere. So I don't have any strategy to take it from the middle of nowhere to the downside, neither to the upside, because we are not at support. I'm still waiting. Crude oil at this resistance here, bearish engulfing, nice area. Maybe we can see some weakness, but bear in mind, the market, it didn't make a new low here, and we are in a downtrend, and the market, it didn't make a new low, so it didn't continue to show weakness and then to pull back and find the resistance. The market created this higher low, and then it came at resistance. So maybe this one is going to push just a little bit before it's going to continue to the upside. All right, maybe it's going to end up as an ascending triangle. That's a much different pair than the, let's say we saw the pound against the dollar. The pound came from an uptrend. It was like this, and then it's in a major uptrend, and it put a double top here right at resistance. But this one here, it doesn't come from an uptrend. So that's why here on the pound, we can expect some weakness to the downside, because maybe this uptrend, it's over. Here we were coming from this downtrend, and then the market broke the downtrend structure and create a higher high. So this is more bullish than bearish. But saying that, if we want to sell it, I'm not going to sell it, but if some traders want to take advantage of that, please be mindful that at some point, maybe the buyers, they're going to step in. So maybe it's a better idea if you're going to have a look at the lower time frames and get into smaller waves, smaller cycles, rather than take a big bet on the daily chart. That's 307, let's say 35.72. It doesn't even go to 221 by the time it will approach there. Rumen, waiting for the gas to fight bottom. Thank you for your USD CAD analysis. Learning a lot from you. I appreciate. Thank you so much. That's the purpose. So we learn how to do market analysis, how technical analysis helps traders. Yes, we are in this free fall. So, Rumen, are you holding any trades here to the downside, or you're waiting for a support to buy? Silver, of course, consolidating here. Bitcoin explode higher. We broke this area. Now we are at this area of resistance. We're approaching. And I saw a post today on our Admirals groups, and I saw that they are doing some adjustments, and maybe the swaps, we will get rid of the swaps for the CFDs crypto. So if you trade on the CFDs, let's say Bitcoin, Ethereum, all the products we offer here at Admirals, the crypto products, you're not going to pay swaps, so overnight fee. But I think your account managers will send you emails, or customer support will send you emails to confirm this. Maybe I'm mistaken, okay? But that will be great. Let's move on. Euro against the Australian dollar. We are at this support here. Also at the 200 moving average. We're going to see the Euro CAD. How about the indices? We will talk about the indices. What's your opinion about Euro CAD? Euro CAD, I'm still bearish, to be honest. I initiated a trade last Friday. I don't know if other people, they took the trade. I'm still on the trade. I don't have any worries about that. If the trade is going to win, it's going to win. If it's going to lose, it's going to lose. We're dealing with probabilities, but if it's going to win, it's going to be 3-1. If it's going to lose, it's going to be only 1. So another trade will win, another trade will lose, and it just goes like this. Wins and losses are part of the game. I'm still bearish with this one. Of course, there is no thing in trading that it just goes on the one direction and hit our take profit area. It moves some in waves, in consolidations. That's the nature of the price movement. Euro CHF, it's nothing here. Euro QE, it's just sideways. Pound against the Australian dollar. Retest inside this area can be expected. Maybe the price can come all the way here. If we're going to break close above this area of support, maybe we can see the price come all the way to the moving average as a retest before it continue to fall down. On the 4-hour chart, we broke above, so it doesn't worries me at all. I believe there is also a good room to move to the upside to retest this area here. So I'm still patient. Indices. The dollar, of course, at this support, if the dollar is going to get strengthened, then we're going to see more weakness to the Australian dollar against the US dollar. DAX 40. DAX 40, we are at this area of resistance for intraday. I will look for some sales on the 5-minute chart just to walk you through. Let's see what happened. That was up. That was at 9. That's the high. That's the low. Let's see the consolidation. Up. So we are right here before the opening. I expect to see some false breaks out here, to be honest. And I'll try to get it to the short side for some scalping, intraday scalping only on the DAX. But unfortunately, we don't have time to stay live because in 2 minutes I have to close. Hopefully from February, I will have 5 or 10 minutes more on this webinar. But for now, I think I will look to sell it. But again, if the price is going to close in the next 5-minute candle and on 10:05 also it's going to close bullish, maybe it's going to show something to go to the upside. But I'm really, because it's pretty much scalping intraday, this one, I'm ready to take it in both sides. So we'll see how it's going to happen. FTSE, again, we have this support for intraday. We wait either the price to come here and maybe to take it to the upside, or we're going to see some serious rejection and we're going to take to the downside again, just for the London open. Okay, we don't scalp and hold trades for 100 days. We don't do that. All the indices, they are either at resistance, they are approaching the resistance. So ideally with this one, Dow Jones, we don't have any clarity. We didn't have any higher high. We have any higher low, but not higher high. So we can't say anything. Nasdaq, it's at resistance. The only thing we can see at resistance, it's a sell-off. So intraday, this one also can help. S&P 500, like the Dow Jones, it didn't make, no, this one, sorry, it made higher high from this high to this high. So we can wait for some retracement before we initiate some long positions. But really for the London Open, this one here will be something that I will keep an eye on. Ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, the time presses us and we can't keep this live trading on to show you how I will trade the DAX. Hopefully, again, from February we can. There's another webinar coming in another region now, so I will leave you with that. I wish to everyone to have a great day, and I will look forward to see you tomorrow again at the same time. Thank you so much.